a home near 27th and Chambers. He is expected to be okay. 3 hours earlier, there was a shooting near 76th and Brown Deer. A 22-year-old man was shot outside of a home in what police are calling a drug deal. He was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police still looking for 2 armed robbery suspects on the east side. This robbery happened near Newhall and Newport around 10 last night. This was just a couple blocks off the UWM campus. Police say 3 suspects, one of them with a gun, approached 4 people, demanded the victims' phones, money, and their bank cards. At least 2 of those victims were students. Police did arrest 1 person for that crime. Storm Team 4 time now. A chilly day outside compared to normal, but some warmer temperatures are on the way.
Yeah, will they come in time for the Easter Bunny's busy day? Storm Team Chief Forecaster John Milan is the man with the answers.
Well, something's coming for that day, but it might not be sunshine and warmer temperatures. We're still in that cold pattern. The good news is, though, if you like today, you're going to like tomorrow, you're going to like Saturday. We are in a slow warm-up, trying to get back to where we should be at this time of the year. Only 42 degrees right now, but checking out the western horizon, we're looking at some sunshine there and some sunshine out in Waukesha also with 39 degrees. Check out your spot around southeastern Wisconsin. Also 37 down in Burlington, but still 40 in Fond du Lac. And if you're going out tonight, temperatures with partly cloudy skies will be respectable. 39 at 8 o'clock, dropping to 33 at 10 o'clock. We got a big holiday weekend to talk about. I'll have all those details coming up.
All right, John, thanks. And to Brewers fever now as we count down to opening day. Miller Park is almost baseball ready. The grounds crew is busy putting the finishing touches on the field, but they've hit a few bumps in the road. March has been such a cold month that they haven't been able to open the roof, which hasn't allowed any new grass to grow.
When the roof and the wall panels are closed to keep it warm in here, unfortunately, it's very dark and the grass just does not get the sunlight that it needs.
Still, crews were able to maintain a lot of last year's grass, and it will be just fine for Friday's exhibition game. And join us tomorrow night for an hour-long baseball fever special. Our sports team will be covering the crew at Miller Park Thursday at 9 p.m.
More local news now. If you are flying Delta anytime soon, you'll notice some changes at Mitchell International Airport starting today. Delta passengers need to fly out of Concourse D, as in Delta. Delta needs more room after increasing its number of daily flights. The move means more food options for passengers, updated larger gates, and a much larger club room for frequent flyers. Palermo's Pizza teaming up with the Hunger Task Force of Milwaukee to make Easter a little bit brighter for those in need. This is the 6th year for the Easter Baskets for the Hungry program. More than 1,500 baskets filled today with holiday meals were handed out. Some of the goodies inside: ham, potatoes, green beans, and maybe a frozen pizza or 2 just for added effect.
Well, a potentially dangerous substance leaking into a local creek.
Mike Jacobs in the newsroom now with the story coming up new on Live at 5.
Thanks, Annie and Steve. Tonight we're going to tell you exactly why local homeowners are worried about that leak. Plus, we've learned who has admitted that they are the cause of this messy problem. And then what's being done to stop it from doing any more damage. You ask, we investigate. That's tonight, Live at 5, guys.
All right, Mike, thanks so much. And more news now. A 6.1 magnitude quake shook Taiwan this morning. 1 person was killed by a falling wall. 20 others were injured. The epicenter was about 150 miles south of Taipei. In September of 1999, a 7.6 magnitude quake killed more than 2,400 people in Taiwan. Another bizarre incident on board a cruise ship. The FBI is investigating the suspicious death of a Royal Caribbean passenger. The 64-year-old woman was found dead in her cabin by her husband. Law enforcement met the Enchantment of the Seas when it docked in Maryland. An autopsy has been performed on the victim. The toxicology results are not in yet. Authorities have not said why they are calling the death suspicious.
More long lines again today outside the Supreme Court in Washington, D.C. for those hoping to witness part of history. Justices heard arguments challenging the Defense of Marriage Act, which allows federal benefits only to heterosexual married couples. The question is whether or not that violates states' rights in those states where same-sex marriages are legal. Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin posted this picture on her Twitter page, just one of many on hand for the hearings on same-sex marriage today. 2 Florida families have evacuated a duplex, afraid there could be a sinkhole forming underneath. Crews noticed some buckling floors and cracks in the walls and say the soil around the home is soft. This is only a few miles from where a man's bed fell through a sinkhole, killing him. Soil sampling is still going on in the ground around that home.
Well, no more excuses for not being in shape. We'll have tips to get your workout routine back on track.
Plus, hand sanitizers, disinfectant wipes, they are all the rage, but are we overprotecting ourselves? What health experts say about using the popular cleaners.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
This is Nissan Now. Introducing the all-new Altima. Hurry in now. Sign and drive today. Shop at choosenissan.com or get here now.
What's happened in Wisconsin over the last 3 years is we've seen our state Supreme Court really descend into dysfunction.
Pat Roggensack refused to hold David Prosser accountable for choking another justice. She even risked the integrity of the court, creating the Roggensack rule, letting special interests donate to justices when they have cases in front of the court.
People want to see a justice who has the courage to follow the law and stand up for the working families of Wisconsin.
Ed Falone for Supreme Court.
That's the kind of justice I'll be.
This is me, and this is my Marvin.
Marvin windows and doors mean more to the people that choose them because they do more for their homes than any other window. Only Marvin combines a century of industry-leading design innovation with unmatched quality, durability, and energy efficiency for exceptional value. Which Marvin will be your Marvin?
Find the perfect window solution for your project at your Marvin Windows and Doors retailer, Lisbon Storm Screen and Door, today.
This is Nissan Now. Introducing Nissan Rogue. Sign and drive today, now with bonus cash. Shop at choosenissan.com. Get here now.
Tonight, an SVU you'll never forget. The words that sparked a national controversy.
It's nearly impossible for a victim of legitimate rape to become pregnant.
Guest starring The Walking Dead's Lauren Cohan. Then, a rivalry reignites.
She'll barely talk to me, but she'll sleep with you.
And when the firehouse comes under siege,
someone's stealing our ambulance.
It's their courage that will be tested. All new Chicago Fire, following an all-new SVU. Tonight starting at 9/8 Central, here on NBC.
Welcome back. For your health, all those antibacterial cleaning products that promise to keep us germ-free may actually make us more prone to sickness. Scientists say our immune systems need some contact with germs at a young age to prepare our bodies to fight illness for the rest of our lives. If we eliminate all germs from our children's surroundings, their immune systems become too sensitive and more susceptible to things like allergies and asthma. Teens with certain genetic mutations may turn out to be smokers. Researchers identified genes associated with smoking addiction and found teens with a high risk profile had a 40% increased risk for becoming pack-a-day smokers. They were also more likely to fail at quitting. Doctors believe there's something about the teenage brain that is especially sensitive to nicotine. No more excuses now for skipping your workout. A couple more ways to change your thinking. Are you too tired from work? Well, exercise in the morning because great, you're done for the day. What about the weather's bad outside? How about an exercise DVD or a resistance ball to use at home? Oh, you're short on time? Schedule your workout in your phone or on your planner like you would, oh, I don't know, a massage.
That sounds better. A day after he ran around his New Jersey neighborhood telling everyone he won a huge Powerball jackpot, lottery officials confirmed what Pedro Quezada already knew.
Yeah, he's a very rich man. Jason Carroll introduces us to America's newest multimillionaire.
Pedro Quezada beamed like a champion as he held a huge check high in the air. Alegría. Feeling joy, as he put it, over becoming Powerball's latest multi-millionaire. He and his wife Inez showed up for the winner's news conference. When asked how many family members he has, he joked, they're growing. Every day I have one more. Quezada owns a bodega, a combination deli mini market in the heavily Hispanic community of Passaic, New Jersey. He says it's a tough way to make a living, long hours and the constant threat of robbery. Quezada came to the United States 26 years ago from the Dominican Republic, from what he called a poor and humble family. How did he find out he won? He heard about the liquor store that sold the winning ticket, the same place where he had bought his ticket. He dropped by, saw the commotion, reporters and camera crews, and went in. He says, when I handed in the ticket, the man said to me, "Congratulations," and that's when everyone started shouting. Most people who play Powerball dream about whether or not they'll take the lump sum payment or the annual payout. Quezada took the lump sum, $211 million after taxes. That translates to about $151 million. In Passaic, neighbors see themselves in Quezada, someone who has known hard times.
Well, he's a modest, humble man. He's not going to go buying himself yachts and stuff like that. I'm sure he's going to take care of his family first.
Quezada has 5 children and says he wants to help his family and others. As for work, he's retiring. His son was working at the bodega, but not anymore. He says, would you, with all those millions, let your son work in a deli like that? Maybe not. Jason Carroll, CNN, New York.
Well, this non-spring-like weather has a lot of people blaming groundhogs for incorrect forecasts. That includes icon Jimmy the Groundhog from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. His handler, Jerry Hahn, says Jimmy is under the Witness Protection Program for now. Hahn jokes that people have been upset with Jimmy for predicting an early spring, but he says there's someone else you should blame.
I truly believe that the mayor misunderstood what Jimmy had told him.
Well, someone misunderstood something, that's for sure. Jimmy isn't the only groundhog who's hiding from the public. Punxsutawney Phil was charged with fraud in Ohio earlier this month. The prosecutor has now dismissed that charge.
You know, I've held Jimmy the Groundhog.
Yeah?
He is hard.
Maybe it's your fault.
He is hard to understand.
Yeah.
It was 15, 16 years ago, though.
Okay.
All right, Storm Team 4 weather time now.
Yeah, let's get a check on your forecast. Storm Team Chief Meteorologist John Milan is keeping an eye on things from the Weather Center.
They have to do groundhogs in Milwaukee because you have the lake to blame. You just blame the lake, like we do.
Yeah.
Isn't there a 1 groundhog per state rule?
There might be.
Okay.
Hey guys, today's high was 44. It turned out to be the warmest day of March. Can you remember the last time we had 60 degrees here?
No.
Yes, it was a Monday in February. I remember.
Pretty close. It was actually January 29th.
Yeah. Okay.
January 29th. You want me to look it up?
No, I believe you.
That's pretty good, though. We had 60s in January of this year, but 44 was the warmest temperature we could get today. Average should be 46. Today is officially the warmest day of March. We passed that 43. That happened earlier this month on the 10th. High temperatures again, 44, 41 Wausau, 41 in La Crosse, 41 in Chicago, and you're looking at 40s all the way south to St. Louis, where they were 45, which is very chilly for them for this time of the year. We're at 42 right now, Milwaukee 44, Racine 37, Waukesha and Burlington 38, Watertown, and also Beaver Dam, Fond du Lac holding at 40 overnight tonight. We're going to be looking at 24 degrees in Fond du Lac, 27 in Sheboygan, 28 Port Washington, 28 in Milwaukee, and about 30 in Racine. Had clouds last night, that's why we stayed relatively mild, but the clearing has been coming in from the northeast, what we call a dry slot, wrapping around a big low pressure system there. Combination of that and the clear skies out to the west and high pressure should give us clear skies later tonight and a lot of sunshine. So the coldest air slowly slips away. High pressure sits right on top of us. For tomorrow, slides to the east by Friday, letting some of the mild air in. There's the Easter Sunday, actually Saturday night into Easter Sunday storm that could bring us a little bit of rain. Tomorrow's high temperatures, we're going to get up to 44 again in Milwaukee, 42 in Green Bay, 43 in Madison, and there should still be plenty of sunshine around the state. So clear to partly cloudy overnight tonight, 22 Waukesha, 26 in the city. For tomorrow, clear to partly cloudy, and actually right where we were today, 44 degrees, maybe even 45. 28 tomorrow with mostly clear skies, I should say, tomorrow night. Seasonably cool, and then into Friday, mostly sunny and warmer still with a high up to 46 degrees. Now, we could hit 50 degrees on a Storm Team 4 7-day planner. That would be on Saturday. Any rain that pushes in would be late in the day on Saturday. Saturday night, the best opportunity for rain, and Easter Sunday morning rain showers. Opening day Monday, a flurry, windy, and 38 degrees. So you're going to have to bundle up when you go out to the ballpark on Monday. I see you have some good-looking food in front of you, Mr. Shamraz.
Do you like vegetables, John?
I love vegetables.
All right, it's Ask the Expert time, and Google is on a mission to improve the health of its employees.
Yes, the tech company wants its employees to make better food choices at work, and it's devised the Google Diet. And joining us live this afternoon is registered dietitian Lori Meyer. So, Lori, what is this Google Diet?
Well, it's not really a diet per se, but it's a diet philosophy, and they've been working with behavioral researchers trying to figure out how can they get their employees to eat more healthfully without hitting them over the head. And they found gently nudging people works better than really all out hitting them over the head. Taking away everything that was bad and just leaving good did absolutely nothing. It backfired. And so they found by just gently nudging, that seems to be the best. They have 5 tips that seem to be working really well for the company. In fact, they're losing weight and eating more healthfully.
Okay.
The first is focus on produce. Second is downsize your plate. Third is stick with portions. Fourth, limit liquid calories. And the 5th, hide the sweets.
All right, let's walk through that here on the table here.
Right.
You say simply by putting out fruits and vegetables, people are more likely to eat them.
If you see it, you're going to be more inclined to eat it. And what they found in all of their cafeterias, the first thing you see when you walk in is a salad bar. They put big bowls of fruit. By doing that, people have increased their snacking 66% on fruits. At home, you want to put a bowl of fruit on your counter. Don't keep it in the refrigerator if you expect your kids to eat it, because they're not going to climb in the refrigerator to get it. Put vegetables at eye level in the refrigerator, and people are going to be more inclined to eat them.
Well, let me ask you this, because I feel like, okay, maybe I'll grab this, and I'll eat that, but I'm not going to feel satisfied. I want that burger, or I want something else. So how do you keep people from eating this, but then still eating the other stuff when that's what they want?
You may need a burger as well, but the point is try to get more vegetables in, because the burger is only supplying certain nutrients, and you still need the fiber and you need the nutrients from the vegetables too. You need both of them. It's not one or the other that you need. But what most people do is they just skip the vegetables altogether and just go for the burger or fries or whatever else it is. And by not having the vegetables, you'll actually eat more of the other things. The other thing that they're really looking at, though, is portion control. And this is a salad plate. This is what dinner plates used to look like. And so they're putting out 2 different sizes of plates, but they put a sign above that says people eat more when they take a bigger plate. 30% more people are taking the smaller plate. They also are working with pre-portioning food with calorie levels. That seems to be working really well. Something you could do at home, portion your foods in advance, keep them in the refrigerator. In terms of soft drinks, they still allow the soft drinks, but you have to step out of line to get them, and they have the water all in the line. And so you're more inclined to drink the water. In terms of sweets, they also still allow sweets, but they're on the bottom shelf, again, away from the line. And they're now in opaque containers, not glass, so that you have to really search for it.
They make it harder to get to the bad stuff.
Make it hard, but you can still have it, but you have to work for it.
All right, Lori, thanks. Got a question for the experts? Email them. Ask the expert, today's TMJ4.com. You can also leave a voicemail. The number